Dragon Ball Z related, but this has something to do with science. These are just questions I have on my mind. Alright. Dear Kadar, what would happen if there was two Earths? Well, if there was two Earths in our galaxy, that would actually be a little bit more different. It takes the sun 362 days, or 362 days to orbit around the sun. So if there was two Earths, that would actually change everything, because think about it. If we had two Earths in our galaxy, our years will actually be longer. So we would actually have more months. On the calendar, we would gain 12 more months if we had another Earth. Like if we had two Earths in our galaxy, and that one was this close to the other, we would actually have more years. So 2 years. So if we had two Earths, it would take the sun longer to orbit both Earths. So yeah. We would actually gain more years, more days, and all that. Heck, we might even gain more hours. But there's downsides. The seasons will last longer. Plus, the sun is big, so it could orbit both Earths, but the Earth could be a distance away from the other Earth. And that's what would happen if there was two Earths. Dear Kadar, what happens if you only... What happens if you never had the sun for a day? Okay, this might actually be bad. If there was no sun for the day, the Earth would be freezing right now. If there was no sun, that means there would be no sunshine. Summer wouldn't exist. Well, actually, it's just for a day, so... All of us would die if the sun is not here for a day. Because there's... And if the sun wasn't here, everything that's solar power would not actually work anymore. We would all die if the sun isn't here. We would all freeze to death. And the next day the sun will come back, it would be too late for all of us. We would all be dead, and that would be the end of the world. And all the planets that are closer to the sun will also freeze. And the planets that are farther away from the sun will actually... They're already cold, so they wouldn't be affected by this. The moon would also be cold, because the sun's not even close to the moon. And it would affect all the planets in the solar system if we did not have the sun for a day. Like, if the sun decided to disappear for 24 hours, we would all be goners. Because there's things that we need that require the sun. Next question. Dear Kadar, what would happen if all the planet's water evaporated? If all the water evaporated, this is what could have happened. Alright, so Earth would just be a planet that's surrounded by rock, dirt, and whatever. So water slides would just become regular slides without water. Like, imagine if the water just randomly decided to disappear for one day. And if you're dying from dehydration, you're screwed. Because the water would just be gone for a day. And you would have to drink milk to keep off from dehydration. I mean, you could just... I mean, people who drink milk, water is technically in milk, so milk will probably last for like another 3 days. But anyways, if the world went without water for a day, the truth is we'll just be able to walk to all countries. Traffic would be much easier if there was no water around the continents. Because then you'll just be able to drive to any other country. We could actually gain all the countries that we lost back. So the countries that no longer exist are sea level, we could actually see those countries again. It's only temporarily. So yeah. Next question. What if death never existed? Well, if death didn't exist, we would actually be overpopulated because think about it. Like if you haven't drank water in like 3 days and death doesn't exist, you wouldn't die if death didn't exist. It's that you would just be incredibly skinny. You'd just be incredibly skinny. And then you'll have hallucinations. And then that's it. What happens if you don't brush your teeth for a year? If you don't brush your teeth for a year, I can imagine what could happen. First of all, you'll develop tooth decay. I'm pretty sure you might develop tooth decay. Because, think of it. The teeth need to be brushed. At least twice a day. Or 3 times a day if you have braces. Like, I have to brush 3 times a day. Normally it would be 2 days for me, 2 times, but it's actually 3 this time because I had these braces for like 4 years, so yeah. If you don't brush your teeth for a year, there are consequences. One thing that could happen is that your gums will start bleeding. Trust me, it's not a good feeling. Gums bleeding is like a terrible feeling, man. I actually had bleeding gums before. All because I missed days of not brushing my teeth. Second of all, you'll develop bumps on the inside of your cheeks. And they'll be swollen everywhere. Third of all, your teeth will just rot away. Fourth, if your teeth rot away, they can also fall out of your mouth, actually. Because they could actually fall out your mouth. But there's actually more to this. I'm pretty sure that you could actually die from bad hygiene. That's right, bad hygiene is unfortunately deadly. So yeah, don't try this. Don't try not to brush your teeth for a year because it says most people who stop brushing their teeth will develop cavities. I should have mentioned that. Tooth decay. Yep, I called it. Tooth decay. I actually called it. And or dental disease. Gum disease. Yeah, like bleeding gums. So someone could go without brushing their teeth for a year and get gum disease and no cavities. Other might have it other way around. Some could come down with serious health problems. So remember, kids, don't skip a whole entire year of not brushing your teeth. Not only it's dangerous, it's also risky, and you could actually die from bad hygiene. Because when I was in middle school, one of the teachers that I had for one of my classes told us that bad hygiene is actually deadliest. I'm not gonna say who my teacher's name is because it's personal information, but I'm not gonna say what school this was. I'm not gonna say who the teacher's name is because I respect the teacher's identity, and I want to keep my teacher's name secret. I'm not gonna reveal the gender. But yeah. The teacher that I currently refer to is actually retired. Just letting you guys know that. But still. Alright. Next thing. What if... Alright, now let's get back to the what if two Earths thing. But, yeah. Another thing. Sure, what would happen if the world had no money? If the world had no money, everything would basically be free. Which would be bad for our society. This is why. If we don't have currency, this is bad for us. Basically, all of us would be poor if we had no currency. Basically, everything in this world would be free. Which means there will be no point of having a job, because if everything's free, then you don't have to work anymore. You can just retire at any time. And if the world had no money, basically everyone on Earth would have cell phones right now. Basically, yeah. Another thing is that you would have a whole lot of gifts on Christmas. And that will basically bring the apocalypse. I mean, a world with no money would be both good and bad. I'm gonna go into the good parts, but let's actually see what the bad part about it. Alright, so the bad part about it is that if the world had no money, jobs will no longer exist, because there's no point of having a job if the world has no more money. Credit cards would not exist. Debit cards would not exist. Gold diggers would not... Gold digging would no longer be a thing. Well, it wouldn't even be a thing if the Earth... if there was no money on all countries and continents. Because in the beginning of the time, it was like that. And if it stayed like that after that, then the world would be moneyless. No money, no nothing. So that's why... And that's it, guys. And that's what would happen if these things did happen.